Congratulations to NIO for not only coming in with a new delivery record, but surpassing 40,000 vehicles delivered in a single month. That's incredible, amazing accomplishment, especially when you consider that all three brands that NIO puts out are premium. They're luxury vehicles. These are incredibly nice, very safe. The autonomous driving hasn't even been recognized yet for just how far ahead and leading it is. And I think a part of that is because of the safety, but hopefully we'll see more of that into 2026. And also, I think NIO is positioning itself within the fierce competitive Chinese market as a leader, if not the leader, when you're talking about both the luxury, the premium, the advantages, the flexibility of battery as a service, and what that enables from a long-term value proposition for the vehicle to a consumer. So I absolutely love their positioning. Very happy that they did surpass the 40,000 number, which I referenced they might get to in this last video I did. In fact, it was a few days ago. This is Saturday, November 1st, as I'm recording this video, but Tuesday was the last video I did. And a couple of things I talked about in that video actually came in. Not only did we see the new monthly delivery record from NIO, they also surpassed the 40,000 number, but also on Friday, I mentioned in that video that with Wall Street, big money probably getting some indication ahead of time that they would be coming in with the numbers and what they would be, and then they would actually announce the numbers on the weekend. I wondered if on Friday we would see the stock price move up. And this is the Friday price action pre-market over here. And to start the day, it went down, but it was interesting to watch it move up at the end of the day. And if we hone in, this is the dilution point. So just the recent trend, uptrend that NIO continues to be in. But I want to zoom in even more and just look at this last week to 2 weeks, because if you look at the trade volume on Friday, for example, with 50 million, almost 51 million shares traded. But if you go back the last few days, less than 37 million, less than 43 million, less than 31 million, less than 46 million, less than 39 million, less than 31 million. And so, the last 50 million day was more than a week earlier. What that tells me is, even though we didn't get updated FTD data, which we should have gotten on Friday, and that's why I didn't cover it, is because we didn't get it yet. We'll see that this upcoming week, and I'll talk about it when we get it. But usually in the last few years, when NIO was in that downtrend, the big money, the shorts who are controlling things with the stock price, seemed to be able to do so and take advantage of low volume days. So it's really nice to see NIO maintaining and even moving up on some of these days with the low volume. Also, I wanted to mention this. This is one of the reasons I haven't been doing as much content. Is not only did YouTube really, my views really dropped off. I mean, significantly, like they more than halved from what they had been. I wanted to show this as well, because although usually on this platform, Twixter, I get, it looks like a 1.9 thousand to a 1.7 thousand, 1.6 thousand on the views side. But interestingly enough, after I did the comparison and talked about NIO and Tesla, the next video that I put, and you see it just changed there. I don't know if you saw that, but fewer than 1,000 views on that. And that's from Tuesday. So it's been multiple days. And now with NIO, with this new big time monthly delivery record, still the views are very low. I'll keep an eye on this. Just, I'm just always curious about this stuff along the way. And it kind of in line with the nerding out on the research side of things that I like to do anyway. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think big money was buying at the end of the week in maybe knowing what was going to happen? And do you think we will continue to see more of that in the weeks ahead and into the end of the year, now that the first month of this final quarter, the quarter where William Lee has talked about so much, the focus being on profitability? What do you think? What are your thoughts on that? Do you think NIO will get to a 150,000 number in the third or fourth quarter, once all 3 months are in, with 2 months left? I don't know if they'll get to that point, but I want to hear from you. So drop it in the comments, and I'll see y'all again very soon.